Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry. We have a little bit unforeseen circumstances. So the first link was disrupted. Now this is a new link. So we're talking about your reputation is your commission. So let's start by saying that your reputation is what people say about you when you are not there. So, in a simple terms, your reputation is what people say about you when you are not there. So, the things people talk about you, the way people perceive you, the way people talk and say, "Oh, this person, I know this person." That is what your reputation is all about. And reputation can be built from your how you communicate, how you treat clients, the level of your honesty, your knowledge, your consistency, your appearance and professionalism, how you handle problems, what previous client talk says about you. So you have to be professional. So for me to hint on each and every one of these, how you communicate is very, very important. As writers, it's important for us to communicate accordingly and in the right way. So do not just say like be mindful of the things you say and make sure the information you are speaking are extremely accurate. How you treat your client, please treat your clients very well. Treat them with earnest respect. Be honest. You don't have to lie to close deals. You don't have to say things because you want to sell. Then when I talk about knowledge, you have to get the right knowledge, please. Let's have the knowledge of the product we are pushing. Let's be as excited when we are talking about our product. Be consistent in what you are doing. Don't do it today and then you don't do it tomorrow. Your appearance and professionalism matters. Problem what matters. So furthermore, let's look out the foundation for every real estate transaction is people are not just buying land or houses, they are buying confidence. So do not just close a deal. Do not just sell because you simply want to close a deal. Do not just sell because because I want to say you just give people stories that are not real. You say things that are wrong simply because you want to say that is wrong. Make sure when you want to sell, please let's be honest about the things we are saying. Let's do carry out our own due diligence. So when we tell somebody like, oh, this land has this particular this is what it is about this land. Let it be so. Let it be accurate. Do not promise what you cannot deliver. Do not say things you cannot deliver. Do not say, oh, I'm going to deliver on this today, and then that day comes unable to deliver. So you must make sure like when you are dealing as a rector, you are very consistent and you speak directly to the company so you know you have a first hand information that you can pass to your client. Now do not hide important information. Every information is very important. Please do not hide it, whether there are other charges as documentation and developmental fee. Please let it be known. Every information is very important. Do not hide information simply because you want to sell. Do not say things that are not real simply because you just want to make money. Be transparent and about the process and timeline. Please let's be transparent. In Rep 360, one of our core values is integrity, and we value it a lot. So let's make sure what we do, there's what there's integrity. If you don't tell something, if you don't know something, please you can simply tell the person, can I please call you back? Can I find out more information and get back to you? You can say those things. It doesn't really make you less of a person. It just simply means you want to carry out your due diligence and give out a valid information. Now, your actions are your reputation. So your punctuality. If you are constantly keeping clients waiting, what messages are you sending? If you're keeping the clients waiting, like before you like, I'm so sorry, I'm running late. I would love to speak to you maybe much later, or can we just reschedule? So make sure we follow up. Let's be punctual. Let's be at the top of our game. Follow up without disturbing people. Does not necessarily mean you have to call them every single day, but follow up. Make sure you are reaching out. People you are trying to reach out to them. Keep promises. When you promise I'm going to call you by 2 p.m., please make sure you call by 2 p.m. Do not say I'm going to call you by 2 p.m. and then at the end of the day you don't show up. You just ghost everybody and you're not calling. That is wrong. Let's not do that. Make sure what you do, what you show up. Communicate very well. Let there be a pure communication. Let the communication be very what's important. And how you handle rejection really matters. When a client rejects you, how you handle it is very, very, very important. Never disrespect or insult anybody because they didn't buy from you, please. Let's be guided. How we handle objection extremely is really what's important. So we look at the next phrase, from meritor to referral magnet. So Here I'm going to be talking about how you can become, people can refer you, your clients can refer you. I'm trying to be very fast because we're behind schedule. It's almost full. How your clients can refer you, how people can refer you. But first, happy client gives you trust, gives you testimonial, gives you referral, new client more opportunity. So you have to make your client happy. I'm not saying like you can go above and beyond, right? But don't do too much. But just try to make sure you are making your client happy. Build trust. When they trust you, they can give you testimonials. And when people testify about your good works, trust me, you get more people. That alone sponsor new clients, new people come, those people and happy clients can refer other clients to you, other prospects to you. So you have to make sure your client is what's happy and deliver on what you are promised. Check in every after transaction. Sometimes when people buy property after the transaction, they might just go silent. Please don't follow that route. You can send them a message, reach out to them, check up on them on a daily basis. It shows that you still cares. It shows that you're not just doing a transactional relationship. You care about what they are doing. You care about what they are saying. You care so much about them. So we have to make our time to make sure we're not just doing a transactional relationship, but we care. Request testimonial, please. When we serve our clients, let's request for testimonials. They can send us testimonials. They can send you a testimonial video that you can even post on your own social media platforms. So one of the reputation killer is lying. When you're telling a client it's close to it's 5 minutes away from this, and then it's like more than 5 minutes away, you're lying already. So that is very bad for business. That is not good. So I don't expect us to do that. I don't even want us to lie. Let's be honest and let's be straightforward. What's going to be asked is going to be asked by God's grace. So let's be straightforward. Do not disappear after payment. After the client has paid, you just disappear. You go to the person, you're no longer working with the person anymore. That is really, really wrong. False promises. Please let's not give false promises. Let's not give poor communication. Let us not be unnecessarily rude to people simply because they don't dance to our tune. We just become unnecessarily rude. Sharing clients' private information. We should not share clients' private what information. For posting unverified information, make sure you carry out due diligence before you do what you post. Fighting publicly with clients or being inconsistent, chasing commission at all costs. Please let's be guided about the things we do and make sure these are the things that I would like to take them again. Some of the killers of reputation. One is lying, disappearing after payment, false promises, poor communication, being unnecessarily rude, sharing clients' private information, posting unverified information, fighting publicly with clients, being inconsistent, changing commission at all costs. Please, if we fall into these categories, let's work on ourselves. We shouldn't be in this box that I just mentioned right now. We should not be lying to our clients. We should not be disappearing on them after they have paid. We shouldn't give them false promises. We shouldn't give them poor communication manners. We shouldn't be unnecessarily being rude to people for no reason. That is wrong. Sharing clients' private information, never, never do that. Please don't share anybody private information. Posting unverified information is wrong. Make sure before you post anything, verify the information. Before you say it, please do this. Fighting publicly with clients is really, really inappropriate. You don't have to fight with your clients. Being inconsistent is wrong. You don't have to be inconsistent, but rather be consistent. Chasing commission at all costs is also wrong. You don't just look at the end, oh, I want to sell. No, you do not just chase commission at all costs, but rather make sure that whatever thing you're doing, you have your client's interest, you have the best interest of your client. Never destroy a 10 years career for a 10 minutes commission. So make sure when we're building our reputation, it's very important for us to build our reputation alongside. When we build our reputation, we can also build our commission. So that is the end for today's training. Is there any question? Furthermore, next week Friday, we're having a physical training at the office by 2 p.m. Who is excited? Because I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. TMO is the one teaching. We have lots of activities planned out. So see you next week Friday. Don't forget our downline referral commission. Refer people, you get a commission. You get a 2% referral commission. So let's get the word out there. We don't want to be your best kept secret. TMO will say so. Thank you everybody for joining. I remain Antonia. See you in another video. Bye.